What's going on, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, oh man. This past week has been a challenge. I'm assuming that people who are going to listen to this video, you probably had a pretty challenging week. There's a lot of stuff going on in the ethers. There's a lot of stuff going on planetary wise, cosmic wise. It feels like we're going through a whole initiation process. But I did not come on here to talk so much about that. I came on here to talk about my spiritual attack, my demon or demonic attack or entity attack that I had in my dreams maybe 2 days ago. And so, of course, people who have followed my channel for a while, I do have a lot of videos on how to protect yourself spiritually, how to take spiritual baths, how to be mindful of, touching certain things and how energy transferred to people. So definitely check out my other paid videos when I talk about that. But let's get into this video. I'm going to share with you guys what happened in my dream state. What did I experience in my dreamlike state? And so, yeah, I'm going to try to paint the picture as vivid as possible. And I'm also share with you guys a method that you can utilize to help rid certain spiritual entities, right? So 2 nights ago, I was doing my thing, snoring, right? Straight Zing up. And I had a dream, but it didn't feel like a dream, but it was a dream. And matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to draw it. I think I'm going to draw it in real time, right? Of this particular creature. So just give me a moment to draw this entity. Obviously, it's not going to be like, a fire drawing, but it's going to be enough just to paint a little bit of a picture. So, okay, hold up. So, as you can see, this was an entity that came to me, and she was all black. She was completely dark, just straight darkness. And she was behind this person. Now, who this person is, I don't know. But I can tell that this entity was latched onto this person. This person was also a woman, and this is also a woman as well. So what she did was, in the dream state, was she was behind this person. She slashed her, like completely just cut the back of her body or something, slashed her out. And then she looked at me and she transported to me. She transported directly in front of my face, right? And then so she basically scratched at me or like tried to do the same thing she did with the other person. And so I woke up like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like I was like trying to fight. But at the same time, it caught me off guard because she went from maybe 100 feet away to be right in my face and just started trying to scratch at me. So I woke up. Now, I may have shared on this channel before. I'll share it again. Do not be scared of these fucking entities, all right? They don't have power like that. They have power if you are afraid of them and you give your energy to them, all right? So me personally, I have delved a lot in occult science, so I understand these energies. And so when it happened, I kind of have a mindset of like John Wick. You know how like John Wick, he was an assassin and then like someone killed his dog and he had to like go back to his past and like start pulling out the guns underneath the floors and started like killing shit. When I have a spiritual attack, I kind of have that mindset. I'm like, y'all don't know who y'all fucking with, all right? So I got up, I started checking in with my spirit, and I started asking questions like, where did this spirit come from? Where does this energy come from? Spirit wasn't giving me no clear answers. So what I did was I talked directly to the fucking entity. I talked directly to it and asked it questions. And as I'm asking it questions, it starts to tell me, where did it come from? And so I said, okay, I started evaluating people, places, and things. This is a good way to narrow down where these entities are coming from. You ask, you know, where did you come from? Did you come from a person? Did you come from a place? Or did you come from a thing? Because 9 times out of 10, when you are experiencing some type of spiritual attack, it has came from something outside of you. Now, if you're going through a lot of emotional suffering and emotional turmoil and suicidal ideations and depression, which I've been there, by the way, you will attract these type of entities to you. So naturally, you will have those energies around you as well. But in this particular case, I'm not in those type of spaces. So I asked the question, where did you come from? And then it finally revealed to me that I got this energy from someone at my job. As I started to reflect, I'm like, oh, this makes sense because this person is going through this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, makes sense. Now I'm still asking this entity questions. Now, like I said, I've done a lot of work in the past, so I can see with my third eye, right? Because that is the portal to the other world. I can see this energy moving around me, and I can see that it was still trying to attack me, but it couldn't attack me because every time it tried to attack me, rather it was my spiritual team, my protectors, they kept yanking her fucking ass away from me. So she couldn't do nothing. So while I was in this like meditative mode, just figuring out what was going on, I decided to be like, okay, I got all the information that I need to know. This is something I want to share with y'all that actually has shifted the way that I deal with these spiritual attacks. When you have a spiritual attack, the easiest way to eradicate or, just completely, dissolve this energy, what have you, is to give it love. Okay? Yes, you got the Florida waters, you got the different herbs, the different essential oils, you have the different crystals you can utilize, different chants, that like a bunch of things you can do. But where I'm at now is I'm so much in a loving frequency, right? Always holding compassion for myself, always holding compassion for other people, always holding compassion, just as the frequency itself, and love for myself and for others and things of that nature. It's easy for me to access that vibration. So I would say if you are a person who feels like, oh, I'm not going to tell the dark entity that's trying to attack me that I love it, it's because you don't understand the power of not only love, but also the compassion and understanding of that entity. So we have to understand that entities, negative entities, are tainted aspects of love. They are, what's the other word for it? Misconstrued love. It is love itself, but it's very corrupted forms of love. So you're sharing its natural state. You are emanating love to love, but it's corrupted. Okay, so you're basically sharing love to it to basically make it unadulterated, make it back into its pure state. Because from darkness comes light. Okay, so this entity that you're facing that you may deem that's so dark is actually light. All right. So what I did in this experience, go back to the story, was once, because I already knew, once I had, like, I swear to God, like, I'm not over here bragging. I'm not over here trying to seem like I'm better than you. I'm not over here trying to look like I read all the books and I know all these advanced shit. I'm literally telling you what I do. Once I knew, and I knew this was going to happen, once I'm focusing on that energy, I love you, I knew the energy was going to change immediately. And that's what it happened. As soon as I said it, I love you, gave it some love. Now, might be a little freaky. This does happen. The energy was in my energy field. So what my body did was, as I'm saying I love you, my body started to shake. I started to shake. My head started going like this. My head started, all this stuff started happening. What does that remind you of? Oh, you got it right. It reminds you of an exorcist. It reminds you of an exorcism. That is actually a thing. When you see that shit in the movies and they be turning their heads and shit, it's a little bit dramatized. But if you're a person who's very sensitive to energy, or a person who is, of course, just in tune in such regard, your body, because this energy is inside of you, your body, or around you rather, or inside you as well, your body will change. It will do all this crazy shit. So my body was doing all this crazy shit, and eventually it left, gone, poof. And so, of course, I checked back in to see, if it's been gone. Spirit confirmed that it was gone. And at this point, it's like 3 a.m. And I'm like, I get up in like a couple of hours. So before I went back to sleep, I just was doing more of like an investigation of like why, right? And I have come to this realization that I am a person who knows how to release and dissolve and fight entities or spirits. So we're talking about, let's say, spiritual warfare, for instance. I would be a lieutenant in this particular realm because I know how to get rid of these motherfuckers. They're not something that it's like so malicious that, it's just like so unfathomable for human conception or human understanding. Like, no, like they're not that. Like a lot of these movies will make it look like, yo, I don't want to ever experience that. Now, don't get me wrong. I've had some experiences. Don't get me wrong. I had some experiences where I had to put a little bit more work in to get rid of it. But for the most part, you give it some love. Have some love, some rose quartz around you, which I sleep with rose quartz, which is a good tip for anybody who wants to increase some of that love energy around you. Sleep with like some charged up rose quartz, the raw kind, not the polished kind, but the raw rose quartz crystals. Okay, get them at your, at a crystal shop. Sleep with that. Also sleep with some selenite. Okay, selenite is extremely powerful. I got the small little selenites and I put them all the way around my bed because this is my sleeping chamber, right? So I want to have the highest frequency, even when I'm sleeping, that supports my energetic body in my astral body as I'm like asleep. But yeah, love is the key. Love is literally the antidote. That is the power, the superpower that you have when you're fighting off these dark creatures or entities, what have you. So like I said, people who have been following my page for a while, I have talked a lot about sexual transmitted entities and different type of dark spirits and stuff like this. So this is another one that you can another video that you can add to the arsenal of like understanding more about these entities. So I just want to come on and share that with you guys, that definitely, if you're going through some dark experiences, start to armor yourself. Start to, if I'm John Wick, if you John Wick, go underneath the floor and grab your guns, right? You got to start protecting yourself, all right? Ultimately, for me personally, I already know how to move these energies when they come around me. So, my primary tool or my primary gun or rifle that I utilize is love. All right. I can't stress this enough. It may sound corny. It may sound like a love and light thing. Whatever your mindset is, as I'm telling you this, whatever your beliefs are, I'm telling you right fucking now that love will easily dissipate these energies. I'm telling you that. If you don't feel like you have love in your life, you need to start working on yourself to develop that love for yourself. All right. You have to embody that frequency. It makes things easier in terms of navigating in this spiritual, physical realm. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go. I want to just come on here right quick and just share it with y'all. And definitely, keep your head up like Tupac. Make sure that things are you know, make sure that the people around you, for one, because let me just say this, the person who I got it from, I didn't give them a hug, because I do have a video on hugging people and negative entities. I didn't give them a hug. I didn't dap them off, because I have a video on handshakes and entities. I didn't dap them off. I ain't do none of the stuff that you see in the videos that I talk about. Okay. All I did was this is the person. I got probably like this close to the person as we're talking. And that's how I got the entity. It just attached itself to my aura. All right. So just be mindful of the people that you're talking to. If you start to feel like the energy feel off, don't just be going around them like that. It's sad that we have to say this type of shit after COVID has made everybody so isolated. But it's really a thing. Like, people don't take care of their fucking energy. Like, people really don't take spiritual baths. People are always around all these different places and don't cleanse their energy field. People don't take sage baths. Like, it's a lot that people don't do to maintain their energy field. And so you have to be the one that's in charge of your own energy field and make sure that you're taking care of yourself. You got to be the one that's aware that, yo, my energy is clear. Like, I'm not about to just be going around just for the sake of going around. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like somebody was screaming or something. Anyway, so on that note, I'm going to let y'all go. Peace.